Okay, 3 times Om. Sahana vavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. I'll chant the Shanti mantra. Om Bhadram Karne Bhishrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashye Makshabhirya Jatraha Sthirairangai Istuštuvagam Sastanubhihi Vyashema Devahitayadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddashravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishvavedaha Swasti nastarksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhaspatir Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now we'll chant the few mantras. Now section 4 we were looking at. Okay, so many pages. 10, 11, 12. Okay, here. I'll chant the first mantra in section 4. Athahi enam Soryayani Gargya Papracha Bhagavan Etasmin Purushe Kani Swapanti Kasya Asmin Jagrati Katara Esha Devaha Swapnan Pashyati Kasya Etat Sukham Bhavati Kasminnu Sarve Sampratishthita Bhavanti Iti. So Pipalada Rishi is asked the questions by 6 disciples who proved their worth of gaining the knowledge from the Pipalada Rishi also, and the knowledge about the source or cause of the universe has been gotten, followed by the knowledge of prana, which beholds this body, and the same prana beholds that universe, is also been given by Pipalada Rishi, and followed by that how subdivision of 5 pranas in this body reciprocates the 5 kind of pranas in a total also. That is also been seen, and that's the root of the upasana, prana upasana. One need to focus on this prana which is over here in this body, focus over there and see the link which is already there with the total. And the saints also say that we are connected with the total. We are connected with the universe, or we are infinite in a relative terms also. So which way we are connected, that particular way has been shown over here. I am connected with this earth, okay, for example. So if I see earth as an inert object, I have to see the inert aspect of my personality, and then we can say earth produces food, and from food this body is made. That way is okay, but we can say that earth product is this body, means the body is also earth is the body. But there is a beyond that connection as well. What's the connection beyond? There is a consciousness manifesting through earth. Prithvi Devata, okay, Neela Devi, different names are there. That is connected with this me, the prana functioning in me. So now there is a live connection, the connection of life principle manifesting over at earth and at me also. That aspect we need to connect to. That aspect we need to identify with. Same for the sun also. Actually, in the ancient time, the Vedic era, this one of the most worshipped god was sun. And I guess we see the sun worship in maybe the Egyptian era also, right? It's over there also. So very many different ways. Even in South America, there is one particular tribe, earlier tribe, I forgot the name. They also were the sun worshipper.
Yeah, and in England they have Stonehenge.
The Stonehenge, yeah.
That's
lined up. That's like a solar cycle or something is being made over there. So the sun worship was quite eminent, quite famous, quite widespread during the Vedic era. And it was quite evident now also, yes, that our life belongs or because of the sun only. At the same time, I connect with the sun, and so that way I connect with the universe also, because the source of this life in this solar system is due to sun only. So such now that these are the objects, but through object we want to connect with the prana, the total prana, different way. That is a prana upasana, So my sensitivity, my subtlety, my purity becomes so much that I can connect with the prana in the total, and that way also I can connect with the prana in others also. Not me and you like that, But yes, there is a we, or there is a one unit also. And functioning different way, it's fine. Okay. And such kind of upasana is been prescribed by first glorifying the prana and then showing that how one should connect with the prana. And here in the principle it's been given, I told earlier also that there are the steps, or there are various physical practices in form of mantra, in form of meditation, in form of some action, say it physical action, verbal action, or mental action, okay, which results into connecting individual with the total. That exactly is needed. Okay, so having said that, another question is being raised by the Sauryayani Gargya, and now the question is in the area or in the nature of the consciousness principle, the pure consciousness principle. One wants to know about the consciousness principle with respect to three states of consciousness: waking, dream, and deep sleep. Okay, so waking state is understood, but the dream and deep sleep related questions are being asked. And there are 5 different questions. So 1, 2, 3, 2, yes, 3 questions are related to the dream state. 4th is related to the deep sleep state, and the 5th question, which is sub question, one of the 5 questions asked by the Sauryayani. The 5th question is related to the Turyavastha. Okay, that's the state beyond these 3. Okay, which is called Turyavastha in Sanskrit. And as a part of answer, we have seen that the Upanishad says, or the Rishi says that, okay, who sleeps during dream state? So naturally, our organs of perception and organs of action, they sleep. Who is awakened? The mind and 5 pranas. Okay. And who witnesses or experiences the dream? So naturally the mind. Okay. So these 3 questions are being dealt this way. The short ones dealt this way. And now this prana upasana is also connected over here. Okay. Prana upasana is also connected over here. The one who is the prana upasaka will see this dream state and subsequent deep sleep state as a yagna, as a sacred yagna, sacred ritual. It's not just mere natural phenomena happening every day. But one would see that all 5 pranas and mind, okay, they are performing a havanam, and as a result of havanam, one gets the happiness or bliss, which is called deep sleep state. Okay. So very beautiful analogy has been given over here, and that we have seen already. Now, in mantra 5, okay, the mantra 5 again, there is a little bit about the dream state, and then it goes further in the direction of the deep sleep and the Turyavastha. Okay. And I remember Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi used to give the analogy of these 3 states very often in his question answers. So he used to say, okay, just see in the deep sleep state or 3 states where you are. Say, for example, a person is asking some question regarding one's own phobia or past bitter experience or something related to the body. The Bhagwan says, okay, in deep sleep you are there, but your body is not there. So why you are worried about it? And body already anyways dropped in a deep sleep state, and still you are happy, and still you are blissful. So same bliss you are having at the waking state also, at this current state, at present also. Why unnecessarily worry about this incidental body? Okay, so that way some negating of the one's own fear, and at most time pointing out this consciousness principle. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi quite often uses these 3 states of consciousness. Okay, and in Vedanta also, this avasthatraya, 3 states of consciousness, are very crucial to know about the nature of self or pure self. It's very crucial. Okay, so more we are alert, more we are watchful and observant about these 3 states, more we get nearer to the self-knowledge. Like dream itself, the dream shows a lot to us. The dream has a potential, if we look at properly the dream, it has a potential to cut down many or all of our worries and anxieties of waking world. It has that potential. Yes, one need to contemplate deep enough. One need to take dream seriously. We take waking world so seriously, so why not dream also equally? Or maybe to whatever extent we can take it. If you take dream phenomena seriously and find it some substance over there and compare with the waking also, naturally our waking world also becomes a joyful. So being individual, being a jiva, even though there is a ignorance also, that's fine, but at the same time we live the life which is necessarily the worry free, anxiety free, and we can move faster towards our goal. Okay, I'll chant the mantra 5. Atraisha devaha swapne mahimanam anubhavati yad drashtam anupashyati shrutam eva artham anushrunoti deshadigantaraih cha pratyanubhutam punah pratyanubhavati drashtancha adrashtancha shrutancha ashrutancha anubhutancha ananubhutancha satcha asatcha sarvam pashyati sarvah pashyati. See what I said that about the phenomena of dream is been explained over here, and not to see as a casual one, not to see just as a one experience which was false, but on top of it there are few more things that we need to remain focused on. Not that we don't know about dream, but many components or many areas of the dream we need to remain focused on, we need to be aware on, and then with that light we can compare with the waking. With that light we can compare with even a deep sleep also. Okay, so in a dream state, naturally who is awake? So mind and five pranas. Okay, and then there is all havanam or yagna we have seen. So katara eva devah swapnan anupashyati. That's the question asked. Third question is answered over here. Atra esha devah means mind. Swapne mahimanam anubhavanti. That mind experiences that world of dream. And says mahimanam. And whose glory? Mahima means a glory. Whose glory? Own glory. Why own glory? Because mind creates the dream world. Mind creates the dream world. The dream world I experience or mind experiences is created by mind itself. So that's the glory. What's the glory? Here the part of the mantra says drashtancha drashtam anupashyati, means whatever I see is created by me only. Whatever I hear is also, the sound is also created by me only. Okay, so dream objects are created by mind, and dream objects are experienced by mind also. Okay, I'm not going by word by word, but that's the base. One more thing is being said. The dream objects what I experience, it is nothing but the recording of the waking. It's the recording of the waking experiences. So some experience we have in the waking world in this life, some from the previous life. That also may partly or part and parcel may appear in our dream.
Yes, because some people have had a dream of Ma or Bhagavan and they never knew who it was.
Yes.
But they came in their dream.
Yes.
They afterwards found out who it was.
Yes, definitely, yes. Actually, that part has some higher significance. When the great masters or rishis come into a dream, sometimes, speaking of that line, sometimes some sadhaka gets the mantra diksha in a dream. Okay, so that's the special higher and that also willful act by the higher. Okay, rather. So over there is the universal phenomena. Okay, that's the mystic experience one may put in that particular box or so. But yes, that is based on one's own eligibility. these great masters appear and guide. Okay, so that happens. Yes. I also remember that one sadhak had a dream of that Shardama, the Ramakrishna Paramahansa and Shardama, and he was a foreigner, so never knew that who that lady is, and just she came and it was so vivid that wanted to find out. After it took few years, and he find out that's a Shardama, like that, and then became a devotee. Like that it goes.
But again, we say it's Sharadama, but actually it's still a creation of the mind.
That's exactly the
Dream. So it's a creation of the mind. It's not an external thing that one is seeing.
yes. It's not external. Okay, yes, that's true. There are two different ways to look at. Okay, let's see that first. One that mind creates in a mix and match way what one has experienced previously. Okay, in this life or earlier, and that's why some objects mind projects or one has experience of in a dream, which has not seen in this life. He is not experiencing this life. It might be from the previous one. Okay. So, but there is a past experience. Okay. So that's one. Okay. And a second, it is said this way. Okay. That the way in a waking world, the Mahatma comes and guides. Same way in a dream state, also Mahatma comes and guides. Okay, it is put up this way.
There are different qualities of dream also.
Yes.
Some dreams actually leave a different flavor, a memory, which is more precise and closer to experience.
True.
Actually, and in my experience, some of those dreams were really like information put in me, received by the mind, not coming from the mind.
Right.
Like as if the brain was an antenna.
So that exactly happens. That's why, because based on state of mind, this kind of experiences we go through. So when the state of mind is such highly inspired, pure, or maybe the eligibility is there, and then this happens. But in general, or most cases of the dream, our own past experiences we replay. The mind replays in a mix and match way. And that way, sarvam pashyati, that's important here, sarvaha pashyati. Means that's the glory of the mind. Mind experiences everything, and mind becoming everything, experience everything. Okay, sarvaha pashyati, that's the glory of mind, Means mind is a object of perception, mind is a sense of perception, and mind itself is a process of perception. All three is mind. All three is mind. I remember Gurudev Swami Chinmaya says that in a dream, say for example, you are doing Ganesha Puja, okay, Bhagwan Ganesha Puja, and you are doing puja, arati and dhupa, etc., and then offering the laddu, the prasadam. Okay. So, actually is what? The Lord Ganesha is also mind. You are also mind. The laddu is also mind. Okay. The offering also is mind only. So, that particular aspect is a key to understand. Is a key to understand that everything is mind. Of course, Swapna Kale, it appears to be different. I am part of the world. It's seen that way, it's experienced that way. But after waking up, I know it's mind only. Okay, everything was mind. So why it's key? Because that way we can, as deeper this impression is about the sapna phenomena, we can apply it on the waking phenomena also, because waking phenomena is not other than dream phenomena. Okay, with whatever small changes, okay, that there is a continuity in and all, but over here also the mind plays the vital role in experiencing the waking world. See, I remember Mandukya, because the Mandukya also talks very precisely about avasthatraya. There is one statement over there, not in a mantra, but in a karika and a commentary all, that the waking world, okay, the waking world is because of state of mind, or rather the world is because mind is awake, period, and then when the mind is in a dream, this world goes, and then there is a dream world, and mind is in a deep sleep, there is no world, period. In general, how we see, because of this body consciousness only, how we see the world is a constant phenomena. I see when I am awake, then I sleep. So world is there, but I am asleep. That's why I am not able to perceive it. The world is a constant phenomena. And doing all these three, waking, dream and sleep, one day I will die. Okay, but world will remain ever. Okay, so this is the understanding the gross intellect carries. Okay, but what Upanishad says is altogether reverse. I is a constant phenomena, not the world. I am a constant phenomena, and when I function through waking mind, there is a world. There is a world. Okay. When I function through another state of mind called dream, there is another world. And when I don't function, there is no world, which is deep sleep. Okay. So our understanding, we need to make a radical change of altogether 180 degree opposite. Okay. And for that, these three states of consciousness helps immensely. Okay.
When one reverses one's thinking, that encourages the true situation to show itself more easily.
Yeah, true situation means true phenomena?
No, the true situation that the world only comes about through one's mind.
True.
So that is the real situation.
That's the real situation, yes.
If we think that way, then it encourages that to show itself as a fact.
Absolutely. Because our mind is fantastic. The way we think, we start seeing that way further on. Okay.
But then when we speak of mind, are we speaking of individual mind, or is there something collective? Because if I sleep next to my wife, I'm going to be in a dream state, she will be awake. If I scream in my dream, she will wake me up, and something will have continued while I was sleeping.
That's true.
For her, at least.
Right.
So this is something between individual and collective which have not really managed to reconcile for the time being.
Okay. I'll try, because it's not that easy also, At this point of what avasthatraya we are talking about, it's all about I or mind, which is not individual or collective. It's just a mind. Okay. First I'll put this way. Actually it's a collective only, but then comes that I have individual mind only. So that collective mind also I need to connect or whatever comes.
Well, these are all concepts, of course. And what is really there is only the fact that you're aware of whenever you see something, you only see it because you're of the awareness. So that is the ground.
If we speak of perception, then I can follow you. But is
The world.
something remaining when I don't perceive it?
That's only your idea.
It's a question for the time being.
See, that exactly it's because of the first of all constant phenomena of the waking world. Okay, one. And second, deep inside there is a constant phenomena of the our body also. Okay, because the body also continues across 3 states, and that's where there is some glitch happened, that these things are constant. Okay, not I. Okay, not I. Okay, and that's where we need to focus more. Here the example what you said, that okay, my wife was awake, okay, I was dreaming, and then all this happened, but the wife was awake, that is also in your mind. Okay, here the very perception or very world also should be taken as a question mark. Is there or not? Okay, this is the level over here. The world and everything, its existence is not accepted the way it is, as is. No. Where is the world? Where is the wife? Like that, Okay, waking wife or world, objects, house, etc. That all is in a mind. Okay, and mind has a super capacity. The way in a dream, the mind creates the world and the dreamer also, which I experience. I talk to others, somebody bangs on me, somebody hits me, or I hit somebody. Things happens, all the interplay. Same thing in the waking world also. Same thing happens in a waking world. Okay. So I remember Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi told, somebody asked the question, my wife died and I feel so miserable. So Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi says, of course he has his own height, na? Yeah. Your wife is a thought only. That's a thought only. And now died is also a thought. It's just a mere thought in your mind. Like that. Then he pacifies a little bit and says that, okay, whenever you are busy at work, do you remember or do you have that constant awareness that, okay, my wife died, my wife died, my wife died? No. You are focused over there. Simple. It's just when the thought comes, again, you are miserable. Okay. So that is a thought. Even at other point, somebody said that, okay, where should I meditate in my body? Like here, like all the points. So Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi says that your body is a thought. See that level. Yes. That level. The body is a thought. Sense of body is your thought. So whether this or the next body. Okay. That level is being talked over here in this line. Then and then this can all this fall in proper place. And what Shruti, Upanishad, that this Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi or any other master is trying to point out.
So mind is the game player and the witness.
That's true. Mind is a game player and the witness, and not knowing all this is ignorance. Not knowing all this is ignorance. So I am a dreamer, I am a waker, I'm this, like it happens. That's the ignorance. And knowing all this gimmick, okay, it is not it. And knowing that I'm ultimate witness of this gimmick, okay, that's where the journey ends, and that's where our misery also ends. Otherwise, the fear will chase us, just like a destiny, that the crocodile one. Like it will chase. The fear will chase that, the anxiety will chase us wherever we are. And that's where we find the home also, the resting home also. So this entire world and it's happening in a waking only, including the health, including the age, including the suffering, including the joy. All are of the same category. What category? Just a play of a mind. And that much is not enough, that much is not sufficient. I am witness of all this. Such knowledge is a must. Because we may go halfway based on the faith in a scripture, faith in a great masters. Okay, they say so this way, and mind try to see also, and mind finds it also okay. But at the same time, on top of it, we need to know what is truth, or who am I. Okay, so combination of both we need to know. Okay, then and then it is pakka.
Of course, the very word ignorance, it means you're ignoring the fact that actually you really know this. It's already there.
It's already there.
We're ignoring it.
That also we can take that way. It's fine, And another way is that I'm rooted into this particular phenomena, saying it true. If the moment I say it's there, I'm rooted into it, and then I play around, sometimes laughing, sometimes crying and all. That's a play of ignorance. Okay. So rising to that level is the key. That's the only or ultimate objective. Okay. So here that Shruti is talking about that, okay, understand the dream is very, very vital. Sarvaha san pashyati. Sarvaha san pashyati means one mind becoming everything sees or experiences during dream state. During dream state.
Actually, last night I had a very vivid dream that a friend of mine was being transferred to New Zealand and that I was going along with him. So that means I had to shift to New Zealand. And then when I woke up, I thought, oh, thank goodness.
I'm not
I don't
shift.
have to go to New Zealand. What a relief.
Sorry.
Is that those who are doing sadhana almost as their way of life, they still see, they cannot see that all is one. They still consider, like, you're a Brahmin, you're a Sudra, you cannot enter this area. If you come, I have to wash it with Ganga Jal and cow dung. That, you would think that such sadhakas would rise above that, but they're not. They're still at that level over years.
That's true. And there might be two possibilities, what I think of. Possibility one, that still their conditioning is there, and they are in a process of purifying themselves because their sincerity is vivid. They have devoted their life in that particular lifestyle, So sincerity is vivid, but still conditioning is there. And there may be a change in the thickness of that conditioning over the time. One may ease off on, because we are talking about the sincere sadhaka. That's the first possibility. The second possibility, also I have seen that even though their conditioning is dropped, okay, they just keep it for the sake of others. Okay, they don't just hold it rigidly, but the sake of that others also, or say the sake of what the tradition is talking, to give respect to the tradition, to give respect to maybe their elders or their gurus, because he or she said so. I'm just following, but internally I'm clear. So there can be two possibilities. Okay.
And it could be, a sincere sadhaka, the process of purification removes the things that need to be purified. And maybe that's not such an important thing, so it can be just left.
It can be left also.
Going to be a hindrance in terms of...
Yes, that's true. If a person thinks so, one would leave also. But sometimes I've seen also that person just carries forward that particular tradition also as a part of a tradition, because one respects the tradition, one respects that particular. Say for example, the example what you gave was quite critic, The example I'm just giving, the light one, is like a Bhagwan's puja. Our personal Bhagwan's puja, or going elsewhere in a temple and doing puja, some organization, etc. It might happen that one now don't need to do puja the way one needed earlier. Okay. Or one less needs. Sometimes if I do, it's fine. If I just drop it, it's okay. Or as one evolves more, no need of puja. Okay. Even the one finds that, okay, I just want to sit down and just close the eyes. I don't want to do all this. That might be the possible. But still person might carry on. Okay. And there are several reasons, behind it also. The two main reasons what I found is this only. So that's for the evolved person, and sometimes this happens actually.
Swami Bhaskarananda told us that one time he had to accompany Ma on the train, and there was a big rush. The train was about to leave, so there was a big rush to get in. And the DDs had given him all sorts of instructions. You have to clean the compartment, you have to put Ganga Jal. And so as the train was about to go, he quickly got his Ganga Jal, and Ma said, "Oh, forget it, that's for others. Let's just get in."
Like that, So
Remember once Bhagwan told one of his foremost disciples, Mukana, he used to do a lot of pujas in memory of his mother. And Bhagwan said, "What? You're still doing this? You should have dropped it."
Like that. So it happens. So even though like the person was evolved, quite evolved, but he thought, okay, let me just keep doing it for my mother, and that particular emotion was there and all. So one or another, somebody also might continue because, hey, my guru said when I was 20, right now I'm 55, still I'm doing. Why? Because my guru said so, and I connected with the guru emotionally. It goes on. So like that also some things goes on, but that's the harmless things. And the point is that one should be sincere enough, and one should strive. The hard work should be there, purushartha should be there. Combination of both, because there are sincere people without hard work. So, and there are people do hard work, but they don't dig at one point. They just whatever they feel like. So that, and everybody has their own journey reaching these points. That having combination of sincerity and hard work, to be married to one particular lifestyle, it's not a joke, so it takes time. Okay, so here the Shruti Mata is talking about this dream state, which also is worth examining this way. Sarvaha san sarvam pashyati. Becoming all experiences all. Okay, becoming all, first becomes all, then experiences all, like that. Okay. Okay, and then next mantra is talking about the deep sleep state, the Sushupti Avastha. We'll see that. Sayada tejasa abhibhuta bhavati atra esha deva swapnanna pashyati atha tat etasmin sharire etat sukham bhavati. Now, sayada tejasa abhibhuto bhavati. Now the mind, there is a shift from dream to deep sleep. Now how it happens, that's been mentioned over here. It's very beautiful. It says, Tejasa, mind, the mana, Tejasa abhibhuto bhavati. Mind is completely overpowered by dazzling light. That's what it said. Okay, and how we can see that? Two ways we'll see first. First, it is said this way that all the nadis, nadis are literally the veins. Nadis are part of the subtle body, and in those nadis, our past experiences are being stored, like storage house, subtle storage house, sanskaras. And when mind, so this is how the mystic way has been said, when mind goes to one particular nadi, the dream starts. Okay, and actually, see why? Because our body resembles our subtle body also, to certain extent, because first of all, mind takes a shape. Okay, and then there is a grossification. When mind thinks, and then there is a grossification in form of a body. So it is also said that that nadi is somewhere. Now we are talking about the sukshma only, the subtle one, not the physical veins, the blood veins. No, nadi is somewhere in below neck portion, neck or around below neck portion, and that's where mind goes. Mind reaches and the dream starts. Very minuteness has been given over here. And the dreaming happens by combining all different past experiences in a zigzag way. Sometimes funny, sometimes okay. And now, Tejasa Abhibhutaha. The Pitta, Vata Pitta Kapha, Pitta aspect is nothing but the Teja. Light. Okay. And when that overpowers, the dream is over and there is a deep sleep state.
Can you just repeat this?
When the Pitta overpowers the mind, okay, the dream is over. Because of dazzling light, you can't see the manliness. It's gone. And then there is a deep sleep state. Okay. Now I'll just say the same thing in a more philosophical way. That when this mind, which is experiencing the dream, is overpowered by the pure consciousness, when there is a dazzling light of the pure consciousness, only knowledge alone, the dream ends. And then mind just sinks into the consciousness principle. And that's why there is a bliss, experience of bliss. Why? Because it's pure consciousness. It's pure consciousness. Objectless consciousness. And mind is also having objectless experience. That's why there is no world. World means object. Plurality of objects. So there is no object, but at the same time there is a bliss. One can't get such experience in a waking world also. Because at that time, in general one won't get, because at that time even the experiencer, Mr. Ego, or here mind is also absent. There's only bliss. There's only bliss.
And nobody to experience it.
Nobody to experience also. Yes. Nobody to experience. There is no experiencer. There is nothing to experience. There is no experienced also. No experiencer also. Because this phenomena is time bound. One, and this phenomena is based on experienced also, and rather experiencer also. The state of experiencer. The quality of mind. All this. So, it is bound by many different criterias. Experiencing process is bound by many different criterias. The quality. And also, even if it is the best, it's time bound also. That's definitely sure. Here, this called Triputi, this trio is absent. This trio is absent. There is no experiencer, there is no experienced, and there is no experience also. Because for experience, we need experiencer. Because we are conditioned or we are compelled to see through lenses of experiencer. After waking up, I say I had a great blissful sleep. Because I am compelled to see that way alone. That's why I said I had a great blissful sleep. I slept very well. I had a very nice sleep, and I experienced joy in there. All this. It is just like taking credit of one has not done it. One was absent over there. Taking credit, I experienced a lot. Like that. One was not there. So that thing also is there. Okay. So, Tejasa Abhibhutaha, Atra Esha Deva, that mind, Deva means mind, the conscious entity mind, Chidabhasa, Swapnan na pashyati. Don't experience the dream. One is absent because that mind is absent, the individuality is absent. Okay. And one goes to the causal state. Okay, one goes to the causal state. Okay. Where the mind or individuality is frozen, rather. It's not melted down. Frozen or suspended. Frozen or suspended. And that's why all the limitations, sorrows, incompleteness, apurnata, everything is also frozen. Okay. Because that only is giving us a problem. My sense of incompleteness. My sense of something is lacking, all this. That only is making us run here and there. Say it material world or spiritual world. The hunting malls and bars or hunting ashrams. The base is that only.
You might ask, how come in the waking state one has the recollection that one slept well? There must be some continuity that is then present now in the current waking state for you to know that is the situation, or at least it's lodged there in the current mind situation.
Absolutely. And that's the key to know that I am present throughout these three states. Mind was not, ego was not, individuality was not. During deep sleep it's clear, but there is a continuity because that's why I know. Okay, that's why there is some pass of information in the mind. The one who knows, or the one who was, rather, one who is throughout these three states is I, not the mind, not the ego. That's the ultimate knowledge. And that I, okay, that entity, that I, who is across these three states, is not limited, not affected by any of these three states. Knowing that is a turiya. That's the fourth state, Turiya. Okay. So tada etasmin sharire etat sukham bhavati. Now etat means sarire, the body is also. In this body one experiences the deep sleep joy. What is that body? So here talking about the causal body or Anandamaya kosha, bliss sheath. Okay, bliss sheath. Okay, sheath. So that Anandamaya kosha, because that's the area where individuality has no reach directly. Okay, even the individuality is at Vijnanamaya kosha. Okay, that 5 koshas, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manoman, Vijnanamaya and Anandamaya. And this is our personality is made of these 5 koshas, like that. So that's where one experiences the sukha. Okay. And because there is a ignorance prevails during deep sleep also. Okay. One experiencing the bliss through ignorance or through Anandamaya kosha, not bliss as a bliss only. Okay, and that's what the difference of joy of a Gnani and Gnani is. For the Gnani, like Ma, like Bhagwan Raman Maharshi, any other great Mahatma, Swami Shivanandaji, etc., the joy is non-individualistic. The bliss is non-individualistic. For Agnanis, it is always with individuality. Without individuality, cannot comprehend also. So that's where the Shruti is pointing now. Okay. And even in Mandukya also, I'll again just quote. Over there is a word called pragna, prakarshena agnya. The deep sleep state, the state of deep sleep, the individuality is not there as in an expressive mode, but individuality is there in a seed mode. Okay, and that's why there is a waking world, and the waking individuality again pops up. Okay. So, 2 things are here. One, suspension of individuality, but the most important, rather Shruti wants to point out, is that bliss. Okay, and that continuation across these 3 states, that I know I slept well, this is my dream, this is my waking world, and that I need to be separated out from these 3 states. There is a mixture. And why mixture? Why this mixture sustains? Mixture sustains because of conditioning. And at root cause, ignorance, yes. And conditioning blocks us to go further and hook us in the waking phenomena, waking setup. Whatever setup one has. Okay. Okay, and then Shruti only gives one example that what can be the state, how we can see the deep sleep state. Shruti gives an example, the next mantra. Sayatha somya vayansi vaso vruksham sampratisthante evam havai tat sarvam para atmane sampratishthate. So now the Shruti says that example of the birds, the way the birds rest on their own house, the bird house, means the trees, during night time. Okay, So Vayansi mane means the birds. Vaso Vruksha mane resident tree. So birds rest on resident tree. Same way, Etat Sarvam means all these faculties, organs of perception, organs of action, even mind also, they also rest. Where? Pare Atmani, in Brahman only, they rest. Because there is nothing other resting place than Brahman. Okay. There is no individuality that time. All different components, 19 plus 5, etc. Everything merges into one. But where they rest? In the Brahman. Pare Atmani. Okay. And that Para Atma or pure consciousness principle, where everybody, all these faculties are resting, I need to find out. I need to distinguish it from this. Right now, there is a mixture of Atma and Anatma. Okay, here the process is Atma Anatma distinction is the process. Okay, through Avasthatraya, through three states. What is self? What is non-self? Okay, and self is sentient being and I. Right now, I consider myself as a mind, and then body and senses, etc. So I am not a mind or ego. We can put also, but I am that sentient principle. Separating these two. Okay, and that's why this simple looking process, three states, becomes it is actually very, very abstract. Why so? Because distinction is to make it separate, Anatma from Atma. It demands a very, very subtle intellect. Okay, because the distinction is very subtle. Okay. Okay, so that's what's given over here. And Sarvam means that the next mantra also just talks about the same in the same line, that all five senses of perception and their objects, all five organs of action and their objects, four antakarana means mind, intellect, memory, function and ego and its own object, all they become as though one unit. Everything, all the elements also, whatever we perceive, everything just gets rested into self. Everything gets rested into self. Not that I am resting and the world is there. No. Means not only my senses are resting, but the objects of the senses, the Vishaya, means the world, is also resting as a one unit in the self. Okay. So there is a higher perspective over here. We need to look at when there is a function of the mind, there is world. When the function of the mind ceases, world also ceases existing. That exactly is been told over here. And very elaborately. Shrutravyancha, shrutrancha. Drashtavyancha, drashyata. Then Granancha, Gratavyancha. Means my senses and object of sense all rest into self during deep sleep state. Manascha mantavyancha. My mind and all the thoughts rest in a self. Buddhi buddhavyancha. Ahankara ahankartavyancha. Ego and all the credit of the ego. Kartrutva bodha. Actor, doer, rest in self. Everything rests in self. Even prana also. they also rest in a self. So during deep sleep state, there is nothing other than self. Such a powerful, beautiful mantra is here.
How can we know?
We can't know with our current intellect. That's the harder part, actually. Our current intellect is designed this particular our individuality based only, and that's where initially the faith part helps. The faith in a Vedas, faith in a master, okay, guru, that helps. And this rising to this higher reality or actual only reality that's why it's called some mystical phenomena. This particular part is called also mystical phenomena. There is no how, there is no process whatsoever, and that's why process, the boundary of the process is I just first of all I just tell Vedantic term atad vyavrutti. What Vedanta says, the Vedanta says that, declares that Vedanta can never reveal the self. Vedanta can never reveal the self. Vedanta can reveal what is non-self. What is non-self, and one should, that's why there is an element of journey. What I find non-self, I eliminate it, go further and do inquiry, eliminate it, what I found no self. Atat vyavrutti, what is not there, remove there. Vedanta can do that much. Self is self-shining. Nobody else can shine the self, not even Vedanta. That's a daring statement by Vedanta itself. Yes. So that is the only how, there is no how. It happens. Like that some statements are being given by.
It has to be that way. If it's self-conscious, then that's the only way it can be.
It has to be only that. But our job is atad vyavrutti. What is not I, remove it from my psyche. Free up myself. Neti, you are right. No iti. No. Not this. And that's the process. That area is the area of process. And that area we can have how. All the how and what can come in that particular area, it's okay. But revealing the self is the self-revealing. Or we can say at least that happens. And even Bhagwan Ramanuja also answers the question this way. Because people ask the question, same question or similar way or different way. So Bhagwan Ramanuja says that all you can do is turn off the light, prepare the bed and lie down. Then it happens. Then it happens. The sleep happens. How you fall asleep, you don't have that particular methodology. All you can do is this external or whatever preliminary the process is. Over there is a method. Beyond there, no method. That's knowledge only, yes. Okay, I guess we can keep it till here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.